Randall, you've been working on this for over a decade.
Don't tell anybody. I still feel under 30.
You look under 30, but
yeah, please.
But what is the one common trait, if you could boil it down, that you're seeing every under 30 on this list possessing?
It's drive. There are a lot of smart people out there. There are a lot of good ideas there. The ones who make the 30 under 30 list year after year, the ones who don't give up. It's hard to be an entrepreneur. It's hard to be a young entrepreneur. There are going to be hurdles. There are going to be nobody had a straight glide path to success. And what we see time after time is people who just put their head down, work through the problems, and because it's a cliche, but it's true. There is no such thing as failure if you learn from it. And what we see in the 30 under 30 every year is people who get knocked down, figure it out, adapt, innovate, disrupt, and succeed. And so I think the 30 under 30 mindset's good for anybody, including those of us who are over 30, in that if you keep on trying and you're optimistic, that mindset will lead to success every time.
Of course. And looking back, who are, off the top of your head, some of the most notable alumni from the list?
Oh, we've had, you name it. I mean, it's like if you look at a who's who of the unicorns of the past 10 years, from Zuckerberg to, if you just look at social media, Zuckerberg on Facebook and Evan Spiegel with Instagram, and Evan Spiegel with Snapchat, and Kevin Systrom with Instagram, and there's not a technology that has come through that we haven't seen a lot of under 30s as a key force of that, and that's what's fun. Again, if you pay attention now, you're going to see where the world is. When we first had Airbnb and on the list, and nobody had even heard of it. Nobody even knew what that name meant. And next thing you know, it's worth 11 digits. So it's fun to see. Again, the people, the kind of stars of today turn into the stars of tomorrow before they were stars. That's what this list is.
And I like that concept, or that idea of, you look at the list now, you can get a glimpse into the future.
Yep.
So what do you think? Where has the Forbes list had the most impact, do you think?
Again, if you ask people who are on the list, they'll tell you all of a sudden they're taken a lot more seriously. It's a lot easier to raise money. You get more meetings. You get more clients. It's a life changer. And you can ask anybody who's been on the list, and pretty much they'll all tell you that because of that, we take the judging very seriously. Listen, there's no such thing as a perfect list in this regard. There's subjectivity, but we try to look through a North Star of entrepreneurship, of inclusion. Again, if you look at venture capital funding and you only have about 10% of venture capital money going to women-based startups, and 30 to 30 traditionally is 40% plus women. If you look at people of color, it's the same thing. If you look at black entrepreneurs getting 1 or 2% of venture funding, if you look at 30 to 30 traditionally, well over 40% of the 30 under 30 are people of color. So it's a list that also, again, it's a list that makes a difference, and it's also, the list today looks like America will look, and American boardrooms will look in 10 years. We're just a little ahead of the curve there.
So I want you to, in one sentence, why does the Forbes 30 under 30 list matter?
30 under 30 list matters because if you look at a lot of the technologies that affected our lives, if you look at the last 10 years, they were started by people who are digital natives, who are thinking about things that people who are just a little bit older than them just can't conceive because they weren't born with a phone in their hand. And so and that will continue as technology continues. So if you want to peek into the future, look at the 30 under 30 list today.
Randall Lane, thank you so much.
Thanks for having me.